From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's voice briefing. It's Tuesday, February 13th, 2024.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. A man turned a sad memory into a joyful one for others. It happened Monday afternoon when a guy who was visiting Benton Harbor for a friend's funeral stopped at a local upscale cafe. He ordered a breakfast, paid his $32 bill with an American Express credit card, and left, to the restaurant's surprise, a $10,000 tip. Tim Sweeney, the Mason Jar Cafe's general manager, said the customer, who lives out of state and asked to remain anonymous, wanted the tip to be a way to honor his friend's memory and perhaps to brighten other people's day. The customer, Sweeney said, asked the tip be split equally among the 8 servers, which came to $1,250 a person. The total credit card charged, he added, processed without a hitch. The general manager said the man, who appeared to be middle-aged in his late 40s, dined alone in a black suit and blue tie, what you might expect he'd wear for a funeral. He had eaten at the organic farm-to-table restaurant before, maybe about 4 years ago. Sweeney said he doesn't remember exactly what the man ordered, and the tip wasn't an inheritance from a friend who died or anything like that. The waitstaff, the general manager said, have expressed appreciation for the customer's generosity and desire to turn a sad moment in his life into a joyous one for others.
I'm Paul Egan reporting for the Detroit Free Press. Governor Gretchen Whitmer says her state budget for 2025 marks a return to normal after the huge budget surpluses and need for extra government services that started during the pandemic. But at a little over $80 billion, the budget is still an ambitious one with new and expanded programs. Whitmer says it's intended to help the pocketbooks of Michigan residents still feeling the bite of inflation. Republicans say it continues a reckless spending spree after the governor blew through a $9 billion surplus. Education is a central feature of the budget, which sets aside public money for free preschool for all Michigan 4-year-olds, 2 years of free community college for all high school graduates, and continued free breakfasts and lunches for all K-12 students in public school.
I'm Andrew Burkle with the Free Press Sports Department. The Super Bowl is officially behind us. The Kansas City Chiefs are the champions once again. And you know what that means. It's time to look forward to next year's Super Bowl. New Orleans, here we come. Sunday's epic Super Bowl in Las Vegas ended the same way last year's Super Bowl in Arizona did, with the Kansas City Chiefs on top. But despite the Chiefs' burgeoning dynasty, the experts in Vegas still say the Chiefs aren't the favorites for next year. That honor, or pressure, depending on how you look at it, goes to the team the Chiefs just beat, the San Francisco 49ers. That obviously is bittersweet for Lions fans because, as you surely can't wipe from your memory, the Lions held a 24-7 lead over the 49ers before a brutal second-half collapse. But Vegas hasn't forgotten about the Lions either. The Lions have the 4th best overall odds to win the Super Bowl in 2025, behind only the Niners, Chiefs, and Baltimore Ravens, all teams who are in their conference championship games. According to BetMGM, the Lions are plus 1,200 to take home the Lombardi Trophy next season. In other words, a $100 bet would win you $1,200 if the Lions do win it all. It's easy to see why Vegas still likes the Lions even after their devastating collapse. Let's face it, the Lions got some bad breaks and made some uncharacteristic plays, but they proved they're at least good enough to hang with the top dogs. There's obviously some question marks on this Lions roster, like any NFL team, but for the most part, the Lions should be able to bring back much of the same group next year, and possibly even make some key upgrades at much-needed positions. The wait may seem impossibly long right now, but before you know it, the NFL draft will be starting up in Detroit of all places, and then there's NFL mini camps, and you blank and it's training camp again. After the way last year ended, all Lions fans probably need a little bit of a break to emotionally recover. But at the same time, don't lie. You can't wait to have that anxious pit in your stomach again as Lions run out of the tunnel at Ford Field.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on Freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.